And this is Salakia. This is Matthew 13:10. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashah, Bahashem Hakwadash. Also want to give double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from, and peace and love to the Lord's hopeful elect. Just an epistle going into some of the mysteries that we speak about, some of the mysteries that Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashah speak about, all right, and the fact that we're so blessed and thankful because of that blessing to receive some of these mysteries. If you think that the Lord has revealed to us all the depths of his mysteries, you're kidding. But the Lord has given us a sufficient portion that we may obtain salvation through his only begotten son, Malak Yahawashah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So the disciples are asking Malak Yahawashah, why are you speaking in these parables? If you don't know, man, you should. But the Lord spoke in parables a lot, and people didn't really, damn near probably thought he was bugging out, being extra. But he told them why he was doing that. It was to in fact throw people off the trail, right? That this truth wasn't for, and some of the darker sayings and some of the harsh words, which is, part of the reason why those wicked ass Israelites had the Lord persecuted. It was pricking their spirit. They were jealous. They were upset that Malak Yahawashah was in fact king, and they wasn't predestined to receive the names YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Therefore, they bucked up against the king, man, and had him put to death. But now we understand these things. We understand the parables through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashah. Lord willing, it is because we are the true prophets, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stack that with 2nd Esdras, and we'll look at some of the mysteries that the Lord has revealed unto his servants, the prophets. Amos, 2nd Esdras 8:62, and it reads, These things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee, and a few like thee. Then answered I said. So the Lord is telling us again these mysteries. His name, Yahawah, YAHAWASHI. We profess it daily. All right, but to actually spiritually receive it in your heart, your La'ab, the Lord hasn't given it to everybody. There's a lot we can see it clearly now that everybody else is bugged out in Christianity, whatever, Muslim, whatever that shit, with all these false religions, man. We can tell that they're bugged out and that we have the truth, man. So we're thankful that the Lord has revealed these mysteries. First and foremost, the name YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. It is in fact a mystery unto the Lord. Every knee bow and mouth confess that Malak Yahawashah is in fact king. All right, but the Lord didn't give those mysteries to everybody. Even though we prophesy daily and we make it plain upon tables, every Israelite of the nation of Israel haven't received that they're truly Israelites. Their respective tribe. Again, Yahawah, Bahashem Yahawashah, the law, statutes, and commandments, and then we start to get into the prophetic things. The mark of the beast has been revealed to us through the Holy Spirit. All right, the RFID microchip, World War III, where Babylon the Great is. Okay. All these things were mysteries. Esau, Edom, who he is, where he is today, where's these lost Israelites at today. All these things were mysteries at what point in time that have been revealed unto us. Now there's still mystery. We don't know what the new bodies look like. That's a mystery. Now the Lord has let brothers have visions and dreams, but that ain't gonna be the real deal. Just like brothers have prophetic dreams. John, what he saw wasn't like with the beast rising up, and that great whore, riding it. That's what he's actually saw. But we're able to discern and break down that prophecy, that call it a parable. John was kind of speaking in parables as well through the Spirit, right? That's what this beast represents. This whole damn system. Okay. And this mark spoken of in the book of okay, it's making sense. Why? Because the Lord has revealed his secret unto his, let me bring it out. His servants, the prophets. And we're thankful for that. Amos 3 and 6, of course. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city? And we're blowing that trumpet, putting out the warning. And the people not be afraid? They're not, but they will be. Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord have not done it? Verse 7, surely the Lord God will do nothing. And here's the point. But he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And that's happening as we speak, man. I'm going, just go, let's go. And then we'll just take a look at some of these mysteries. I don't have this in any particular order, so let the Spirit do what it does. Second Esdras 8 and verse 21. Let's go with 20 actually. O Lord, YAHAWASHI, thou that dwellest in everlastingness, all right, which beholdest from above the things in heaven and in the air. Yahweh is his only begotten Son, who now sits at the right hand of the right side of the Father. Right, check this out. Whose throne is inestimable. You can't, and the brother spoke about even the chariot. He couldn't, it was big as a damn mountain, cover the whole earth type thing, man. It's unestimable. These are mysteries of, first and foremost, exactly. We have like I don't know what the word I don't know. Man, we don't know what the Lord looked like for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know what he looked like when he came to the earth, man. But in his glory, man, that's like a mystery, including those new bodies, including exactly how the kingdom is going to look. Sure, there's descriptions of certain things, but the Lord hasn't revealed the depths of the secret. That only will be revealed when we see Malak YAHAWASHI and we're changed and we have access to all of the mysteries. But right now, yes, even right now, the Lord has been so merciful to us to reveal unto us portions of his mysteries per his will. He loves us so much. He's showing us things that other people can't see, and we're happy. We love that because, every day we're growing in the spirit collectively, individually and collectively, and we're starting to come back to our first estate. Servants of Yahawah Hashem Hawashah, princes, kings, princesses. We're coming back to that through the spirit and power of Yahawah Hashem Hawashah via the mysteries that he has revealed unto his servants, the prophets. Also, all right, the ones that's receiving the prophets, guess what? You're going to receive a prophet's reward. You helpers, you believers, that you actually took the word seriously, because everybody isn't a prophet, but you will receive a prophet's reward. There'll be a slight difference, okay, but for sure you're going to receive a prophet's reward all eternity, or you will shine on these clowns, man. And that's a mystery that the Lord has revealed, a everlasting shame. Y'all taught us that it was all good for everybody of every nation was going to eventually be caught up in heaven. No. Even the nation of Israel, some of the Israelites, man, that the kingdom is only for going to be brought back to everlasting shame. That was a mystery. They didn't teach us that. Yahawah Hashem Hawashah revealed his truth unto his servants, man. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go to verse 1, man. It's exactly what I was talking about through the Spirit. And he answered me, saying, the Most High Yahweh and his only begotten Son, Malak YAHAWASHI, have made this world for many. That's why everybody can do what they want. That's why these motherfuckers can have Israel oppressed. All right, that's why Eve can run amok. That's why the children can unalive. That's why wickedness is flourishing, because the Lord has made this world for many, all right, to do their thing, to fulfill the will of the Lord, to keep the Israelites oppressed ultimately, okay, to fulfill the will of Yahawah Hashem Hawashah ultimately. So this world right now was given into the hands of the wicked. Did you not know that? Right. Also, this world for many, because who's prospering? A lot of people, it ain't just Esau, Edom, the Arabs, man. They're prospering. Everybody got their own providence and kingdoms and little dynasties, man. You know what I mean? They got their own thing going on in Russia. They got their own little kingdom over there. China, they got their own kingdom. They're doing their own thing. They got presidents, etc., etc. See, this world was made for many. That is why people are able to prosper. There's not going to be no presidents and kings from all these other nations. Malak coming, the scriptures speak about what John saw. Malak wearing many crowns, representing he finna take down all these kingdoms and kings, so-called presidencies and all that shit. All right, but here's the point. But the world to come for few, starting with that remnant, because 2/3, man, that 66% of the nation of Israel is gonna be cut off and die. All right, so that small remnant is in relation to the entire nation of Israel and the world. It's only a small number. It's only but a few, and that is a mystery, because once again, y'all taught us everybody was going to be caught up in heaven. Y'all don't know what you talking about. All right. And then once again, there's no order, just flowing through the spirit concerning some of the mysteries, man. I love this one for sure. This is one to always meditate on. Always meditate on this one. Classic. 1 Corinthians 2 and verse 9, right? But as it is written, I have not seen. Remember, I was talking about that, those bodies, man, and all these things. Yeah, we've seen, the Lord let us see vision. Brothers have, but ultimately the full manifestation of operational kingdom of heaven, we haven't seen it operational and thing locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like a prison. You know what I'm saying? For the Israelites, man. Them new bodies, like y'all seen a professional locker room, man. I've seen some special forces locker room, man. It's amazing, man. Just like how you got your uniform laid out and your kicks is brand new and stuff like that. Hey, the Lord got that. Got them new bodies, got them chairs. Hey, Lord, when everybody, speak about that. The chairs being over brothers dwelling places. So every brother have his own chair. All these things are already prepared. All right. Nice and laid out with a bow on it, you know what I mean, or whatever the Lord got, you know what I mean. I don't even want to say a bow, but it's wrapped up like a present for the Lord's hopeful elect. And these are things that we understand. What about the things that we can't come up with in our mind, that we have not seen, that we have not heard? There's things pertaining to Yahawah himself, YAHAWASHI himself, that we haven't even heard about him. Think about that. I'm talking about them two alone, not to mention the things that they've created, creatures. Man, Esau, Edom haven't been to the depths of the sea. They can't do it. It's too much pressure. Look at what happened with that submarine not too long ago. Couldn't do it. Leviathan sit down there, man. Yeah. The Lord God, I don't know if it's just one big old creature or if that's what he calling a species of damn sea creatures, but they down there. I believe it 100% because Esau can't get down there. He can't get all the way up in there. That's that bound that he can't cross. All right, the mysteries thereof of Leviathan, and then that behemoth that he got in the woods ducked off, man. All that, I believe that. I believe that 100%, man. And those are mysteries, man. Leviathan, the behemoth that sits in the woods, man. And all that Sasquatch stuff people have seen. There's been stories. Now, don't get it twisted. Man, the creature that will run off with some stuff real quick and turn shit to a complete fictional story. Don't get it twisted. Every one of them stories about the sea creatures may not be real, but the scripture does speak about Leviathan for sure. So if they had, for sure, then I don't know. I ain't never been in the sea on no damn boat, and I don't plan on doing it through the spirit. And I mean, we traumatized about that water. I'm straight. You know what I mean? I'm straight. I'll wait to the kingdom. I'm straight. I mean, traumatized from the boat ride, man. We good. Now man, I get on a boat, man. Lord be with us. I'm just, I'm just joking. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man. So we can't. It has not even fathomed. Like the Lord won't even let us think to the depths of the mysteries that He have prepared. All right, in the heart of man, the things which Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashah have prepared for them that love Him. How do you show love unto Yahawah? Fear the Lord. If you love Him, feed His sheep. If you love Him, keep His commandments. That's what He said. Malak Yahawashah taught us that, man. If you love Him, feed His sheep. If you love Him, keep His commandments. So if you're not a prophet, hey, do you keep the commandments that we taught y'all to keep through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashah? And these things shall be added unto you, and these mysteries will be given unto you. All right, and even your wicked ass brothers and sisters will see you change, caught up in the blink of a twinkling of an eye, right? In that second, we're changed, and they're gonna envy you for all eternity because you look different. All right, that's a mystery. There's going to be a difference in how the elect just looks versus the 2/3 that's reborn in the kingdom. There's going to be, I believe, a certain glow. There's going to be like certain things that we get to do, certain powers that the elect is have. I've been meditating on these spiritual powers like superheroes and shit, man. Like I truly believe the Lord finna get down, and He got enough power. I believe, man, that the Lord let the comic books and superheroes be like, I believe that's like a Mach 144,000, like these different superpowers. One brother may have the ability to like control like and we don't even know all the elements that this is just the elements that the Lord let us see on earth, right? There's other elements and shit. That's what I'm saying. It has not entered, man. The Lord out there, he got. See, I'm thinking about the brothers that got the power to freeze shit. Even in the Incredible movies, Frozen, right? That shit dope. Like in relation to spiritual power, Frozen was getting down. Like he could just manipulate. You know what I'm saying? Shit was dope. I mean. But I believe that every brother, like, that's going to be a part of the reward package, right? Those crowns, the glory. Ultimately, we desire salvation, peace, right? Rest from this captivity, a pardon. But the cool stuff, right? Don't get it twisted. The Lord got some cool stuff for us, you know what I mean, coming. And we got to meditate on that. So, yeah, I believe that 144,000, every brother going to have, the ability to do a lot of stuff. But I think the Lord going to put, even Captain Planet with the rings and shit. We might get rings, like, along, like, we might have jewelry, like, we put them together. It's no telling all this, man. The Lord put in the heart of man to do these movies and shows and things, man. Art imitate life, man. So yeah, man, every brother have his own spiritual power, man. Our Captain Planet, yeah, they all had Wheeler. He could control fire, manipulate. The two girls, one could manipulate the wind, one could manipulate the water. Monty could talk to freaking animals. Right, yeah, yeah, showing my age, I guess, but yeah, I used to mess with Captain Planet for brothers that's up there with me. Nah, I ain't even that old, man, number 37. But yeah, I remember Captain Planet for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and who Captain Planet is a representation of YAHAWASHI. See, those Planeteers would come together in a time of need and put their rings together and call upon their power, Captain Planet. Well, that's essentially the Lord's hopeful elect. Coming together, calling upon them. And guess what? It's literally gonna happen, motherfucker. It's literally gonna happen. When we're starting to get persecuted, it's going to be a certain spirit that the Lord is going to put upon us to call upon him like we've never called upon him. And then the Lord is going to send his only begotten son to come save us. We're going to call upon him in a time of a persecution for the name of Yahweh and the name of Yahawashi. We're going to be persecuted and put to death. And that's when the Lord is going to come, man. And he's going to send what they say, Captain Planet, with your powers combined. And that's what's essentially what's going to happen. With your prayers going up, burning as incense, to Yahweh. All right. He's going to send his only begotten son. And, Captain Planet had all the powers combined, man, and some more shit. He could do all type, flying all type of stuff, man. You know what I mean? But you see, those Planeteers, they all had like the end of a power themselves, man, under their power, Captain Planet. And that's likening to Yahawashi and his hopeful elect, starting with that 144,000, man. So remember, these are mysterious things that haven't been given to these cornballs of our nation, to these whores, to these witches, to these prostitutes, to these murderers, to these adulterers, to these idolaters, to everything that the Lord say not do. That's what y'all doing. Guess what? We're guilty of those things too. But the difference between us and y'all, we're putting forth that decent effort to change, man. We're convicted in our spirit. We're calling upon the Lord, YAHAWAH, man. I don't know what 2/3 doing, living their best life, I guess. All right. Oh, man. I got a lot, actually. We're going to go through the spirit today. Wow. Let's go to the book of John 4:22. Concerning the name Yahawah Yahawashi. Ye worship, ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is Yasharallah, Israel, the Jews, man. They don't know what they worship, man, because the idols don't exist. You don't know what's going on because the idols don't exist. You have no idea. You so-called Christians, who I'm specifically talking about, the ones that call upon that idol, Jesus, and we don't really like to make mention unless it's an edification form of an idol, because the Lord commanded us to not make any freaking mentions of these idols that y'all talk about unless we're edifying. But y'all don't know what's going on at all. So therefore, this is a mystery. that has been revealed unto the Lord's servants, the prophets. The names YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. The fact that the Lord is not all love. He's balanced. He creates evil as well. Man, we have learned these things, man, because we know who we worship. Yahweh, YAHAWASHI. Do we know the depths of the mysteries thereof? No. We are just now waking up and remembering ourselves, which means we are just now waking up and remembering our power. Call hello Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashah. Thawada Yahweh Bahashem Yahawashah. All right, let's see. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, right? And this is part of the reason why they had Malak Yahawashi persecuted and eventually, marked more than any man. Proverbs 1:6, and concerning especially Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast. This is why our people rebel against the prophets, man. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise, and their dark sayings. So this is the purpose of the book of Proverbs here. And then you can read the whole thing. Actually, we'll start at verse 2. All right, so this is the book of Proverbs. This is what Proverbs is for: to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man. There it is, man. All right, now this thing is for men. Knowledge and discretion. All right. A wise man will hear and will increase learning. So it's about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and we are living that. And a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels. Starting with the elders and apostles of great millstone, and the wise men that they learn from, and we come in those following those men's labors. And And let's go to verse 7 down here. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So yeah, I want to bring that out as well. But the whole point was going into their dark sayings. All right. These are dark sayings that we're saying. This is going to be a terrible time like the earth has never seen before. Do you think somebody that don't have the spirit of the Lord is receptive to saying we're getting ready to lose everything? You mean to tell me I may be homeless? You mean to tell me I may be on the run from God knows what? A robot dog, a real dog, a person with a back in the day sword, a person with the modern day sword? There's no telling what I'm gonna have to be running from. You mean to tell me that I can't log on Instagram and post pics no more? Yeah, that's what we're saying. These are dark sayings. Therefore, it upsets our people. Why? Because they rather hear smooth things, and they rather the prophets prophesy unto them deceits. They rather the prosperity gospel instead of the true good news of the kingdom. But in order to get there, you got to what? Verse 7, fear the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and that is going to be the stability of thy times, man. 1 Corinthians, man, we going. All these mysteries I have in my little book here. My little precept package book. 1 Corinthians 15:40. There also, man, let me go to verse 39, man. All flesh is not the same flesh. Check that out. But there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts. And here's the thing, it's all to the glory of Yahweh Shema Shai. Things are not in their perfected state. And I think about this all the time in relation to chimpanzees, monkeys, and shit, and gorillas out there. I mean, they be bugged out. Some of the monkeys be cool, but they be bugged out. They be looking like baboons. Like, what the fuck? Like, they're red. But I'm sure what I'm saying is the animals are not in their perfected state either. Yes, there's some animals that the Lord maintain a level of, what's that, majesty, like horses and things like that. But a lot of animals are fucked up and hideous, man. And that's because the earth is not in its perfected state. When we get in this kingdom, the animals are going to go back to their true, docile, natural, fearing us state and perfected. Brother mentioned he had a vision of the kingdom, and the birds he saw had crowns upon them. Meditate on that, though. All right, so them chimpanzees and shit out there, and I see them and their hair thinning. They look stressed out. They look stressed out. All the animals stressed out. They out there in the wild, the leopards and the jaguars and the lions eating each other. They in the hood, man. They struggling. It ain't supposed to be like that. If you do remember, when the Lord first created this earth, the animals and us only ate meat. I mean, Salakia only ate Salakia, that's not what I meant. Only ate vegetation, man. The fruits and vegetables, man. Until until it happened. The old rebellion. But let's get back to these mysteries. 1 Corinthians 15:39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of man, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. And again, it's all glory because it's all beautiful. The human body is amazing. I've been fortunate enough to kind of study that in a real capacity to learn how the human body functions and operates. Being a certified personal trainer, I actually went to school for that and sat down in a classroom and learned, some things that pertain to, the human flesh. But beast, man, come on, man, the animal planet, especially back in the day, just watching, the all the documentaries and seeing like this glory that is all the animals, the spirit, spiritual power, if you will, that the Lord have given some of these animals. They can fly, they can shapeshift, they can change colors like chameleons, all these things, the beauty of the peacock and their feathers and things like that. These are all glory, right? Fish, dolphins, so some of these Edomites, this being their kingdom, they can ride these motherfuckers, right? Ride the dolphin. They can doing tricks with the. I barely even seen a damn dolphin right in our captivity. Barely. We got this, thanks to the Atlanta Aquarium, I was able to go see some penguins and stuff. I ain't never seen a penguin. Saw a penguin in the Atlanta Aquarium, man. Call YAHAWASHI. And you be needing that type of balance, especially if you're a Jake that done been raised in the hood. This is a terrible environment. We're not breathing. We living in concrete jungles. You know what I mean? Eating processed food, potato chips. Yeah, when you think we finna see a penguin or something, just seeing stuff like that help us not be so wicked. Like straight up, we're not dealing with nature and natural stuff. It's just a bunch of fake stuff. This is why we're so effed up. Or part of the reason, one reason why we're so effed up is because we're nowhere near that natural state like we're supposed to be. All this artificial everything, the artificial lighting, we're walking on concrete, all the too much, man. It's just terrible. And the Wi-Fi not helping either. It's draining us as well. Okay. But verse 40, and here's kind of like the mysteries, right? They're also celestial bodies, and that word celestial like pertaining to the heavens, man. Okay. These bodies that we have are terrestrial, pertain to the earth. Remember, the Lord formed Adam out of the dust of the ground, so it's subject to everything that the elements of the earth, those new bodies aren't. And brother speak about it, may be like a hybrid type of thing. It'll be able to deal with the terrestrial that is the earth and whatever's out there, which is a mystery. We only can see a couple of planets. We believe they're out there because if you buy a decent telescope, you can see it. But they, Esau Edom ain't been over there. You don't know what them rings around Saturn is for, boy. And you know what I'm saying? The Lord got, they say galaxies, man. There's no telling how many planets. Who knows? We believe maybe these planets can be inhabited, or maybe the Lord he may have planets just full of gold. That's where he got his gold from, And who knows? These are mysteries. This is what I'm trying to get into. All right, but the celestial bodies, we don't know how they look. We don't know how they function. This is a mystery. All right. But the glory of the celestial is one. So there's going to be a certain glory. Just like if you take care of this terrestrial body, it's a glory to it. If you really, work out and eat, it'll look a certain way and you'll get glory for it, amongst men. Look at Eve and her curvy body, and the man that works out and how he's reverenced, man. And if he's tall, like there's a glory to that. There's a glory, it looks good. It ain't perfect. And the Lord taught us that pride was not made for men because the body's not perfect. Matter how good you look, if my sister, you go and you look your best and you eat good, you know what happens after the digestive process begins. All right, you're not so cute then, are you? It stinks, doesn't it? You know what I mean? I'm personally tired of pooping, man. I think it's a terrible experience. It's especially meditating on being clean. That shit dirty. It stinks. This is like death coming out of you, especially if your diet ain't on point. And again, that's why like you think the Lord stink, motherfucker, is what I'm trying to tell y'all. You think YAHAWASHI have any type of stench? Huh? All the cologne we put on ourselves, it ain't helping at all, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know the difference between, why do you think fragrance doesn't last as long as odor? Yeah, our brothers ever meditated and thought about that? Well, I just liken it to us being in captivity and this earth being defiled. It's going to be the exact opposite in the kingdom. We probably never smell a bad smell ever again as far as like our kingdom is concerned. I don't know what the other nations going to have going on when we go visit them. All right. But yeah, man, you ever notice that how cologne you gotta keep, you know what I mean? But if it's something stink, that shit, man, it'll be there for all eternity. That's the vexation of our captivity, man. All right, that's why we gotta get out of here, man. All right, but Those new bodies is a mystery, how they're going to look and how they're going to function. You know, are we going to, did the Lord let us kind of look like we always look throughout these generations, and are we going to still have the same kind of face in the kingdom, or we will look completely different? Do you know that's a mystery? Do you know we could look completely different, as well as the names that he's going to give us? Or these could be our real names that the Lord has revealed unto us, but it maybe the Lord is going to give us even newer, even more peculiar, even more glorious names, because the scriptures speak about him giving us a new name along with those crowns. These are all mysteries, man. We don't know who the hell we are. We're just waking up. You know what I mean? Well, I tell you what, if we are men of the Lord, we definitely way more noble than we thought we were. All praise to YAHAWASHI. Now, hearing that, don't let that puff you up. Now, you know, we gotta remain humble as the Lord grows us, because he finna grow us in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and it's finna manifest to the physical. Okay. But I mean, I could go and go, but you know how Jake is with the attention span. But I was pretty much kind of excited, so I pray that it was edifying and motivating to keep going. Meditate on the mysteries, because the Lord has not revealed it all, but he has revealed a portion unto his servants, the prophets. So, Lord willing, man, we see the depths of the mysteries, man. You know, being able to fly, manipulate the elements, just being, see, we haven't even been able to explore the earth, man. We get to explore his creation. I want to go back into a childlike state. All of us were children at one point in time playing in the dirt. Anybody that's born like prior to the 2000s, for sure, you know what I mean? Brothers, any brother born prior to the 2000s, for sure, we was outside playing with insects. I remember when last time you seen a roly-poly? It's because I'm sure they're still around, right? But it's because we're not looking, you know, we're not dealing with nature no more, man. I want to go back to that and see all the creatures, and just really meditate on how glorious YAHAWASHI is. And guess what, man? Lord willing, we had a part in creating everything that we see too, man. So with that, and that's a mystery, right? Yeah, that threw, if you I mean, if you're not in this thing, that would have threw you off, you know, that the Lord's hopeful elect, started with that 144,000 now, was with him, creating with him. All right. Yeah, that's a mystery. That's a stumbling block. So with that, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Till next time, Shalom.